your appointment that you have, or the offer that coming soon, were you, I missed that. Were you able to open the doors and show your client that?
Yes. So all I did was reach out. I said, "Hey, my client lives around the corner. She's interested. This has been incoming soon for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanted to see if you are showing it at the moment." And
Uh-huh.
she said, "There's a tenant in there. They received their 60-day notice 15 days ago. They said that they're willing to show it next week." So I followed up next week, and we took a look at it briefly, in and out, and we made the offer the same day.
Got it.
This was on Wednesday morning, or Wednesday morning, I believe.
Is Wednesday mornings when you wrote the offer?
Yeah, and she said she's reviewing Friday.
Friday.
To be honest, we came in slightly under, and she said I have an offer at 350. So I went back to my client. I said, she says she has an offer at 350. I don't know if you want to compete or beat it, because I know this doesn't have parking, as you mentioned. That was one of your key points. And she said she wanted to come up to 355, and that's where we're at now.
Got it. I would just change that dialogue. I wouldn't keep it open ended and say, I don't know if you want to compete. I would basically say, on a scale of 1 to 10, how does this match everything that you're looking for? Like, and I would use Danny's line too, which is, if you were to lose this, at what price would you be okay losing it at?
Okay.
Because you guys got to start driving the prices up. Just because you come in 5,000 over the highest offer may not get it done. In fact, I would say 10 out of 10 of those conversations that we're writing 5,000 above or 10,000 hot as the highest offer that we've gotten, for whatever reason, they're always getting backdoored by an offer that's 20,000 higher.
Yeah.
So just really hone in on that and let your clients know that especially if it's undervalued. If it's undervalued, you really got to persuade them and say, look, they priced this intentionally below market value. In my experience, this is probably going to close at this, this, and this after all said and done. So just push it and raise the bar.
Okay.
And then what about tonight? You got your listing appointment tonight.
We got a listing appointment tonight, everyone. Feeling real confident about it. This has been, as they say, it takes 10 to 12 follow-up calls to actually get a deal or get the ink, and that's probably where we're at with this client. Probably 12 calls in from the initial appointment, preliminary appointment, and she's ready to move forward.
Have you done your comps on that yet?
I'm just updating it from the one that I did a few, just to see if there's any other ones. I'm getting ready to send it to you right now.
What did you see a few weeks ago when you initially ran it?
Where yeah, but the thing is, I haven't done the calls to the agents to see where they're in escrow at, but a lot of stuff is priced to where I think we should be priced at 670, 675. I have a friend that purchased the one that I told you that's in escrow in North Long Beach. The property was 600,000, and he's in escrow at 700,000, and he stepped up that much because of a 9,000 square foot lot. So I know there's been a lot of activity in the neighborhood, but I haven't reached out to the people that are currently in escrow, and I'm gonna get that done before our meeting.
Put that address down in your email of which one was at 6 and where it's gonna. I don't have the report in front of you, but I already ran my numbers. What they're looking for, it's gonna be tough. You got one comp that closed at 7.25. I think is probably 730.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the only one. Most of them, you're right. Most of them are in the mid sixes.
Yep.
So a lot of it's just going to weigh on the condition of this house.
Okay.
So, so.
All right, cool. Hey, congratulations, Dennis. Amy, how about you?
Congrats. So I received a call yesterday from a referral, and I'm trying to figure out who this gentleman is, but basically they're looking to purchase a home in Santa Ana. They went through 2 other agents, and the other agents didn't work or didn't find them to be able to close the deal, I guess. Mm-hmm. And so I vetted them to see what's going on, and they want to pay all cash for property. It sounded too good to be true, so I was just like, okay, well, do you have proof of funds? And so they're sending that over to me. But pretty much they want to pay all cash for a $1.2 million house. I don't know. We'll see how real it is once they send me the funds.
Why do you not believe it's real?
I don't know. It just seemed too good to be true. Like, I got
then you're not then you're not asking me enough questions. When I hear that, I'm already doing cartwheels in my mind when I hear your opening. But when you tell me, but I'm not really sure where they came from or who it is, then you need to figure out, because you need to send a card to the person that referred you to this person.
Yeah.
Right?
He said
like,
the
do
name,
you know who
Anthony,
referred it?
Yeah, he said Anthony Velasco. I'm like, I went on Instagram, on Facebook, everywhere. I'm like, I don't know who Anthony Velasco is. I went to go on FUB to see if I had a past client named Anthony. It just did not ring a bell.
Well, yeah, that was my next thing. Maybe Anthony came through and is a prior buyer that you worked with. Maybe you never crossed the finish line. Maybe you did. I don't know. But definitely.
Yeah, I went through everything, my whole database, everywhere. I'm like, who is this?
Well, before it gets too weird, ask that question.
Yeah, I've been asking, like, okay, so do you have the contact information for Anthony? He's like, I'll send that over.
Okay. All right. So that's step one. Step two is, when you reached out to them, walk us all through, what did that conversation sound like?
So he called me out of the blue. It was a 909 number, and I wasn't even going to answer it because it was like 8:30 in the morning. And I'm like, you know what? Let me just answer. And so he basically was like, hi, my name's Carlos. I'm looking for an agent. I was referred to you by Anthony Velasco. And I was like, okay. I'm trying to figure out who Anthony is. And I'm like, okay, well, how can I help? And they were like, yeah, we're looking to buy a house. We met with an agent, you know, but it didn't work out. I don't feel like she did the work that I needed. She didn't do her due diligence. And I'm like, okay. And so I'm like, okay, have you guys been pre-approved? And he's like, oh, we're hoping to just pay cash for it. And I'm like, okay, well, tell me a little bit about your search. And then they're looking in Santa Ana, anywhere in Orange County, but Anaheim. They're looking for a 3 to 4 bedroom house up to 1.2. And so I'm like, okay. And then he's like, I do have a house in mind. Can we go take a look at it? And I was like, yeah. So I called the agent, and that was the one that was in Floral Park yesterday. And so I was like, look, they got us in today. Are you able to meet? And he was like, oh, I'm at work. Is there any way we can do a FaceTime? I'm like, okay. So I scheduled the appointment, met with the agent, and we did a FaceTime. And he's like, I like it. I'm going to send my wife to the open house this weekend. Would you be able to represent us? And I was like, yeah. And so that's where we're at.
Okay. Anyone have any thoughts on what Amy just shared with us? Part of the process, step one. Who's that?
I mean, the only thing I got from it.
Hold tight. Yeah, Hugo. Hold tight. Yeah. Hugo, hold tight. I want the agents to go.
I'm trying to think if I would do anything different. I mean, besides just making sure that they're valid up front. Because she said she did all this work already, but she hasn't got the proof of funds. Because it made it seem like she hadn't done any work yet, because she hadn't gotten really straight to who everybody is.
Okay. Allison, anything come to mind?
I'm gonna be really, really honest. I wasn't able to listen to the last part of Amy's conversation. I was trying to drop my daughter off in front of school. But the only thing that when she said she wasn't sure if it was too good to be true, I guess what you said was just you have to dig a little bit more so that you're not guessing and you know for sure what, if it's true or not.
Okay, so what she did, she kind of asked them to proof up, which is good. Proof of funds, a very aggressive play. Good for you for getting it. I mean, did he mail you over the proof of funds yet?
Not yet, no.
Okay. So that's a red flag then. But here's where I'm going with this. These are the easiest clients to convert. When they leave an agent, they leave us and they go work with another agent. You need to ask, what didn't work well with the last agent you were working with?
Yeah.
You have to know. Otherwise, you're going to go possibly down the same path of the last agent. This is how you take control of this client. This is the easiest thing to put them, to create putty in your hand. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad you reached out. I know I can help. But first, please share with me what didn't go right with your last agent. What did they do or not do that really that made you want to look elsewhere? I want to make sure I don't make the same mistake. That is such a powerful, I mean, again, though, like you guys got to look for the symptoms. You got to recognize what is wrong with the situation. Why are they reaching out to us? Don't be order takers and get jacked up and excited to just start getting their stuff and showing them properties when you don't even know why they even left their last agent. What if he says that, well, my last agent was telling me he wanted me to write $50,000 higher, and I'm not going to do that. Then you could say, okay, and I'm not going to just defend the agent. I'm like, okay, what else happened? What else? How was the communication? So it sounds like you found a home that you were interested in. Yeah, we did. Terrific. And what was it priced at? $600,000. Terrific. So I'm guessing you came in at what, $625, and your client was trying to get you to write at $675? Yeah, he was. Was there a reason why he wanted you to get to $675? I got to imagine that there are offers at that price point, so he wanted you to compete. Well, he said something and and you're going to be like, okay. And so how many offers did you make? So once I get, is there anything else that you want to share with me? Anything else that upset you or ruffled your feathers? I'm giving them 3 to 4 opportunities to download everything with me before I'm going to move forward. And then I'm going to address every single concern that they had. And if it is about price, I'm going to say, well, I'm sure that your client wasn't just telling you to write at $675 to write at $675. I got to imagine that there are offers at that price point. Yeah, he said that. Okay, and so when you stuck to your guns at $625, share with me, what was the outcome? I already know the answer to that question. So when I'm asking these questions, I'm basically I'm letting them self-discover what I'm leading them to. I already know that they got outbid. You guys know they got outbid. So when I ask that question, so what happened? Oh, well, we didn't get an answer. I don't even know. The agent didn't even call me back. And I'm gonna dig into there and I'm gonna expose that wound. And I'm gonna say, yeah, when you get 20, 25 offers on a house and you come in at list price or a little above list price, you won't. Yeah, that's unfortunate. You're not gonna get a response, and that's why you're in the dark, right? So then they're basically now going, gosh, that my agent was right. Okay, I'm going to stop being stubborn. And then you're going to say, if you're serious about this market and you're looking to really cross that finish line, I'm confident I can help you, but you got to be willing to play by today's game, by today's rules. This is a seller's market. If you're not ready to pay $50,000, $75,000 above market rent or value, you're not going to be successful in this market. And then go back into, our teams, or I did, or my team did, whatever, 60 transactions last year. And I can tell you not one of them bought anything $20,000 above list price. When I tell you that, how does that make you feel? So that way they start sharing how they feel, what they think about this experience. So you know exactly what you need to do to satisfy them, to make it a 5-star experience for them. So now that we know exactly what didn't work with the last agent, now if he wants me to go see this house and he can't, hell no, I am not going in my car and FaceTiming you.
Yeah.
Because now he's not even going up. He didn't even send funds. So now it's just like he doesn't respect you because you're saying yes. So he doesn't have to do anything. I only do things when they do things for me first. I do not have time to go and open doors and FaceTime you. How serious are you about this market? Now you say you like it. Now you want to wait 3 days until the open house to see it? Oh, hell no. We just FaceTime. Your ass needs to get there tonight at 6 o'clock. This shit ain't going to be here by this weekend. You know that.
Yeah.
You just told me you were working with another agent, and you told me that this, and this, you were wanting to see, again, you got to use whatever the questions were that you asked. Now you're going to use it against him because he's trying to go down the same path he did with the last agent, which was take, and not give. That's why he never crossed the finish line. He didn't respect the last agent. That's why the last agent couldn't get him to go $50,000, $75,000 higher. We don't work that way. We don't just take anybody. If you don't do what I'm asking you to, fine. I'll go 1 or 2 rounds with you. But afterwards, you need to do what you say you're going to do. And I'm going to set the expectation. After I FaceTime you, if you like it, are you prepared to go ahead and take a look at it tonight? If I do this for you, you need to do this for me. It's setting the expectation. So by the way, you want me to go FaceTime that. I still haven't received the proof of funds. I just want to make sure that you have the right email for me. It's amy@cotagroup.com. Is that where you, like, the presumptuous close? Is that the email you sent it to? I know damn well you didn't send it to me yet. But my language is not saying that. I'm basically giving the high road, and saying, in fairness, I'm sure you sent it to me, even though I know you didn't. But just to make sure you have my right email address, it's amy@cotagroup. Is that the email you sent it to? Oh, well, let me double check. Oh, actually, I didn't have a chance to yet. Okay, terrific. As soon as I get it, when should I expect it? 5 minutes, 10 minutes? Because I'm getting in my car going to Floral Park to FaceTime you, but I can't do that until I have the proof of funds. That's how you get what you want. Don't do anything unless they're helping you. You can't help them if they're not willing to be helped. And it's also setting the expectation for what's next. So now he's telling his wife to meet at the open house. I'm going to say, are you not going to be there? No, just my wife's going to go. Are you buying this home with your wife? Yeah, I am. Are you allowing her to make the decision to purchase this without you seeing it? Well, I don't know. If she likes it, then I'm going to go see it. That's not going to work. We can't do that. The home is not going to be available. In fact, again, I'm going to surround the sale and do my due diligence. I already know when they're presenting offers, because when I made the appointment for this afternoon, I already asked, when are you going to submit offers? When are you reviewing offers? And they're reviewing offers on Sunday. So you need to go with your wife to see this. Again, there's ways of asking those questions to not sound so demanding. But again, if the story is not matching up, where there's smoke, there's fire. He's sending his wife. That's why he wasn't successful with his last agent. This guy's just pointing everyone and telling everyone what to do. But he knows he's controlling the cards. He's got all the chips. And until he feels like he's getting, his way or whatever, he's not going to sign off on anything. So you got to really crank down on the wrenches to help guide him and tell him how you work. If he's not willing or pushes back, Amy, you are in the power seat. You can say, yeah, you know what? I can understand. I kind of see why things didn't work with your last agent. And I want to work with you, and I'm trying to, whoever referred you, whatever that guy's name is, I'm going to use the referral's name and say, such and such would understand this. And if you're not willing to do this, I totally get it. I'm just not the right agent for you. My fear is too, by you moving on to somebody else and you doing what you want me to do for you, you're going to end up with the same situation that you ended up with your last agent. I already see that. That's why I'm willing to just turn this down right now before we even get off the ground. We helped 60 families last year. I'm confident I can help you, but this is the way it has to go down. If I start doing the same activities as your last agent, you're going to have the same results. Does that make sense? And I promise you, if you can let that roll off your tongue, he will be committed to you. It's different. I know that was a lot. Does that all make sense?
Yes.
Totally.
Yeah. Ultimately, just being in the driver's seat and controlling the situation and acting or.
You guys are all so good at what you do. You would not be on my team if you weren't. The potential is through the roof. You guys just have to apply what you already know. And if they want to fire you, fuck it. Let them fire you. We have hundreds of buyers in line who need your help. We just have to move and sift through it and tell them not what they want to hear, but what they need to hear to be successful. If what you're saying, if they don't see the value in that, you are wasting. They are at ground zero still. They have not even got off the ground. They're not even on the runway yet. And you should feel okay to let them go fail forward with another agent, and then they'll come back to you after they control that other agent and drag them through the mud too. Otherwise, if they don't, they're not serious about this market. They're tire kickers.
Yeah.
That pumps
Thanks,
me
Scott.
up, Scott. I like that. Love it.
Awesome. Well, Amy, is there anything else, any other offers you're writing up or any shows you're doing this weekend?
As of right now, nothing. I'm just gonna prospect all weekend if I have no showings.
Got it. Okay.
Amy,
Alice,
I don't know if
yeah,
you saw
go.
Amy, but I sent out a small emails.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, I'm just blind carbon copying you so you can see what the dialogue looks like. So let me just give this as an example. I don't want to sabotage this whole meeting, but I want you guys to know what surrounding the sale looks like. I got a referral from a past client. Their parents want to purchase. I'm going to call them in 3 minutes. And before I even get started, I took the liberty and sent them opportunities that are based on the criteria in their email before I even get on the phone with them. I say, hey, based on what you shared with your email last night, I took the liberty to send you these 9 properties that match your criteria. I'm sure you know by now there is absolutely very little inventory out there. Take a look at this and let me know what you think. And if you have ideas or suggestions, we'll discuss it when we meet on the phone in a couple hours, because I sent it this morning. I did all this shit before my appointment. I also ran another search of buildings and locations that I think would be a perfect match for them. And here's how I titled it. These homes are not available. They recently sold within the last 90 days. But I specifically targeted these homes because based on what you're telling me, I think these are the complexes that you want to be in. Let me know if I'm on the right page. And I sent them, I think, 15 other listings that are within their budget, that are in gated communities, that have a community swimming pool, that are within their range. And so now he's thumbing through all of those listings too. So when I call him, I've already created so much value, he is not going anywhere. I already sent them available options and then other options that I think will be available. They're just not available in that market, in that complex right now. But where I'm going with this is I'm ready to start calling agents who specialize in those developments. And I'm also going to write letters to the homeowners. And that's what I'm going to tell him. I'm going to say, did you like it? Yeah, I did. Actually, this one in this complex. I'm going to say, terrific. I'm going to start writing letters. Send me your proof of funds. How much money are you putting down? Have you had a chance to meet with a lender? Can I introduce you to my lender? You know, I'm going to start telling them exactly how this is going to work and what I need from you to keep pushing this ball up the hill. I am the answer to your problem. And the more you ask questions and the more you tell them expectations, what I need from you, this is what I'm going to do for you, we will get there together. The moment they deviate from it and not do what I said, then I'm going to, again, there's ways like this numbnut said he's going to send you his proof of funds and he didn't. You know, I just want to make sure you have the right email for me. Can you double check it? Oh, I haven't had a chance. Okay, no worries. Well, as soon as I get it, I'll go ahead and I'll schedule that FaceTime. I'm not doing it. You didn't do what you agreed to do. Therefore, I am not doing what I said I would do. You do something, I do something. If I have to, I may do something first, but after that, I gave you a freebie. In good faith, I took your word for what you told me. I'm a man of integrity. I gave you the benefit of the doubt. Now you're taking advantage of me. Now you're taking time away from my family. That's how I think, because my time is valuable. Go waste someone else's time is what my whole dialogue is all focused around in a nice way. I can make people feel very small very quick in a nice way. And I will walk away from it and not worry or flinch on it. And that's where they understand who they're playing with. And that's why we do the business we do.
Yeah.
All right. Amy,
Yes.
I love you. I'm passionate and I know you got everything in it. So thank you for letting me beat you up. And I know you know this is coming from my heart in a good place. And Allison, I know you're listening in this and going, what the hell? But you know, it's I know you guys all can do it. Just start applying it. You already know what you need to do. Yeah. All right?
Yeah.
I got to jump on this call with
okay. Thank you.
But
love you too, Scott. Have a good day.
Happy Friday. This is what I look like. I'm back at the gym, so I'm getting my mojo back. So, you know, I'm just passionate. I'm fired up today. So I'm fired up with that listing agreement tonight. We got the Spire consultation right now, so things are happening, and I know you guys have a lot going on too. I'm here to help. All right, I'm gonna jump
Scott, do you have any availability throughout the day? Like, I need like 10 minutes just to so you could show me the net sheet, because I've never done it on the Glide, and I don't know what to put for escrow and title fees.
All right, Monica can help you out with that. Okay. But let me grab out. I told him you're calling him at 9 o'clock. So I'm late.
All right.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Thanks, Scott. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.